Greetings guys, girls and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well and I hope that you are fighting, because there is a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there'll be a link in the description to the page on my website with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc, etc. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about something that most of us have in common, and that is the not like other girls trait that we all went through as teenagers or as like preteens. We were all that person, right? We weren't like the other girls. We liked different things because, whether intentional or not, we all sought after male approval, because male approval is societal approval, right? So we were all like, oh, I don't like boy groups. I don't like One Direction. That was me. I refused to listen to One Direction because that's what the other girls liked. I listened to 5 Stars instead because I'm special. And as I talked about in my recent 1-hour video essay about K-pop, this is all based off of misogyny, and it's just a bit of a mess with everyone making fun of things that women like, such as K-pop, which is my background purely because this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life and it brings me joy. So this is Woo Young from a life that he did. Anyway, there is a subreddit about this topic, about not like the other girls, and posts from women saying things that can be quite bizarre, trying to receive mostly male approval and thinking that it makes them better than other women, which is obviously very problematic, but it comes from a place of internalized misogyny. I feel quite bad for people who are experiencing this and not feeling confident enough within themselves and within just femininity in general, and just feel like they need male approval and in the process bring other women down. The patriarchy is a very powerful, very strange and upsetting thing. So we're gonna go over that subreddit. It's been a while, and there's a lot there that we can unpack and we can talk about, so we're gonna do that. But before I get into it, I would like to take a moment to tell you about today's sponsor. As you all know, I am a big advocate for sex and body positivity, so I am happy to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is one of the largest online retailers of adult toys and other things along those lines for all of your pleasurable needs. And if you wanted to go check it out and treat yourself to something because you deserve it, you can go to adamandeve.com and use the code KIWI for 50% off one item, as well as free shipping to anywhere in the US or Canada. Not only will you be getting an amazing product for an amazing deal, you will also be supporting me and my channel, as well as the fact that 20% of all profits go towards the fight to stop the spread of HIV. So you will also be helping a cause as well. So it's a win-win-win. So adamandeve.com, code KIWI. Thank you so much, Adam and Eve, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into it. Why I'm hated. I like Trump. I'm a girl. I'm Christian. I say all lives matter. I stand for the flag. I support the military. I back the blue. I tell you the truth. I don't like most things girls do. I say what I think. I'm a Republican. One of these things is not like the other. Most of these things are very like conservative viewpoints. And then one is I'm a girl, which is a very like more left liberal viewpoint of like women are seen as less than and we aren't liked. So yeah, that one is a valid reason. That one is valid. People don't like women. So you're right there. The rest of them, however, I don't know why so many Republicans think that they're in a minority or that they're oppressed. Like, Donald Trump won back in 2016, and the 2020 election was like kind of close, you know? Like, there's a lot of Republicans. Like, nearly half the country are Republicans. Yeah? And like, Christianity? You think you're hated because you're a Christian? Most of the US are Christian. Like, that is a majority. 65%. 65% of the US are Christians. And you think that you're in the minority and oppressed for being a Christian? You think people hate you for being a Christian? No, people hate you for being like an overbearing judgmental Christian who uses your religion to justify hating people and using your religion to like spread that. You're probably pro-life and you're using your religion to promote that. People don't hate you because you're Christian. They hate you for how you're using your Christianity. And Christians are also people that hate you for that because you're giving them a bad rep, you know? People do hate you for it. You're right. People do hate you for it, myself included. I'm not a fan of any of these things you just said, but you also hate me for my opinions and beliefs. And I'm the one who would be hate crimed, not you. You know? Like, people hate me. Okay, people hate you. You're not gonna get hate crimed for being a white Republican. You're not gonna get hate crimed for that. But the people that you hate might be murdered. So, one of these people have it worse. There's a difference between being hated and oppressed. Who messaged me? Y'all want to be in the streets. I want to end up like this. We're not the same. Most people want to be homeless? Is that what you're saying? Most people don't want a roof over their heads. Most people want to live on the street. Where are you getting this information from? Who told you this? You've been lied to. At some point, I don't know why you think wanting to live in a house makes you better than other people. I don't know why you think most people don't want to live in a house. That's a very weird conclusion to come to. I don't know where you got that from. Much to your surprise, most people do in fact want to live in a house. Most people don't want to live in the street. A lot of people don't have the option, and more people don't have the option because capitalism and the housing market. But no one wants to live on the street. Or a very large majority of people don't want to live on the street. So I don't know what you're talking about, but go off, I guess. I don't blame Disney for my expectations when it comes to men. I blame Marvel. What is it about thinking you're special being a woman who likes Marvel? Everyone likes Marvel. It doesn't matter about your gender. And also men like Disney. Like, you're not special for liking Marvel. Everyone likes Marvel. Everyone likes Disney. This is not a special opinion. And also, they're technically the same thing now. Marvel is technically Disney. So you do still technically have to thank Disney for your expectation of men, which, by the way, not very high. The only thing about these men is, like, looks. Yes, right? They're attractive, right? They're boring, honestly. But none of these men are particularly great. The Disney men, nor the Marvel men, a lot of them are trash. You need to raise your expectations. You need to raise your bar. You need to raise your bar to Bang Chan. He should be the expectation. It's unrealistic expectation, but that's where the bar should be for all men. None of this. None of this. No, you deserve better. Normal people at 10 p.m. Me. What does this mean? Are you okay? Why are you painting a door every night at 10 p.m? Are you repainting the same door every night? Why do you need to paint your door red at 10 p.m? What does this mean? This is such an obscure example. I guess, yeah, you're not like the other anyone, but I don't know how this is superior. Like, why does this make you better than anyone? How is this a flex? Why are you painting doors? Is this just saying you, like, paint things? You fix things? You renovate your house at 10 p.m. like every single night? I don't understand the flex. Are you okay? Do you... No? Okay. Survived college without becoming a liberal. I survived college without opening my mind and learning about human rights and political issues. I managed to stay closed-minded throughout the entirety of my college experience. Not a flex. Not a flex. You went in racist, you left racist. Not a flex. I may not be the girl everyone wants, but at least I'm not the girl that everyone's had. Who cares, man? Who cares if you sleep around? Who cares if you've dated a bunch of people? Who gives an absolute fuck? No one should care what other women do. You don't need to pull women down to lift yourself up. You can lift yourself up without pulling women down. Isn't that like such a wild concept? Isn't that such a wild concept? You can just say, I'm great. Yeah, you can say other women like to sleep around. That's chill. That's not for me. That doesn't make you any better than anyone else. Women who sleep around are totally fine, totally valid. Their value is not any less than yours. This is not a hot take. This is just you slut-shaming and being misogynistic because of some internal struggle that you have that you really need to face and work through, because pulling other women down is not what we're trying to do. You can keep your Cinderella and shove those glass scissors? Shove those glass scissors up your ass? Jesus. You can keep your Cinderella and shove those glass slippers up your ass. This princess wears flats, has tattoos, loves alcohol, swears like a sailor, and has an attitude. Why can't I be both? What is with this having to choose an aesthetic thing? I can be a princess and have tattoos and piercings and wear vibrators in my ears and dye my hair and wear sneakers and Doc Martens and do whatever. I can listen to like grunge rock and also K-pop and also Billboard Top 100. I can wear a princess dress and also wear like fishnets and a dress and also wear jeans and a t-shirt. I can do everything. You can do everything. You don't have to put yourself into a box. You can literally have as many aesthetics as you like. You can do whatever you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever makes you feel confident. Some days I feel like wearing my sweatpants. Some days I feel like wearing like rainbow trousers. Some days I feel like wearing heels. Some days I want to wear my Doc Martens. Sometimes I want to wear a dress. Sometimes I want to dress up like a fucking princess. I can do all of that. It literally doesn't matter. You don't have to be one thing. You don't have to restrict yourself to anything. Just do whatever you want. You don't have to pick. Don't feel pressured to just pick one thing and you have to stick to it. Just do you. It does not matter. You can do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want, whenever you want. It doesn't make you any better than anyone to be one specific thing. You don't have to be one specific thing. You can be whatever you like, and none of those make you better or worse than anyone. Not all girls want to be a princess. Again, with the same thing. So many of these are like this. I can be both. I'm from New Zealand, right? Where there's beaches literally everywhere. I spend a lot of time at the beach. I miss the beach so much. Oh my god. Anyway, I always wanted to learn how to surf. I never did because my mom said it was dangerous and she wouldn't let me. But I always wanted to learn how to surf. I spent so much of my time in the ocean and just being at the beach and being in the ocean. That's a very, very large part of my life. But I also really like dressing up as a princess. I really like doing that. I really like doing a full face of makeup, which I don't have today, but I normally do. I really like getting dressed up and doing like very feminine things, but I also really like just wearing my like rainbow outfits. You can do whatever you want. Don't restrict yourself. My god, stop telling people they have to choose. You don't have to choose. Do what you want. Be empowered. Do whatever you fucking want to. It literally does not matter. You only live once, right? May as well do everything that you want to. As long as you're not harming yourself or anyone else, you aren't better or worse than anyone. Just exist as yourself and be happy. Or try to be happy. When you're strolling through Forever 21 looking alternative as fuck with Dan and Phil on your shirt listening to Be More Chill, trying to figure out how anyone could want to wear any of this stuff while being drawn to the boys section. This girl now definitely has tattoos and piercings and dyed hair, and she is for sure gay. And this is not self-reflection. This is not because this was me as a teenager. I don't know why you would accuse me of such things. I definitely have never experienced this. No. Why would you say things like this? Okay, I'm gonna leave this one here because that one hit a little too close to home and I'm feeling very attacked, so I'm gonna have to wrap up. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Just remember that you can do and be whoever you want. It doesn't make you better or worse than anyone else, and I hope that you realize that, and I hope that you just are yourself and do your best to be authentic. It doesn't matter what other people think. I know it feels like it does, but it really doesn't. Especially men. Who cares what men think? Disgusting. Don't do things to please men. Awful. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve you. A huge thank you to my Kiwi Fruit and Kiwi Bird channel members whose names are up on the screen right now. And a massive thank you to my channel member of the day, Anya. I love and appreciate you so much. If you would like to become a channel member, you can click the top link in the description or the little blue join button. You get my videos a day early, as well as 10% off my shop when I have things back up on my shop. And as a Kiwi Bird member, you sometimes get little extra bits of video and outtakes that don't make it into the main video. So yeah, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, @QueerKiwi, and Instagram, @TheQueerKiwi. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.